And, the rest, as they say, was history. But, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight somehow.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So yeah, that
right.
was the.
I just wanted to clarify that, and then there was no contract ever that. In agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Cat Williams' contract or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Cat. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this. But that's the truth, and I don't know what else to say. So there it is.
There's not much else to say. It's indisputable that Cat played that role, killed it, built an entire career out of that one role that all of us look at and go, "Wow, that's absolutely amazing." But it's also indisputable you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role. You just had to read one more time. And then that switched up.
And the crazy thing about it is we had a conversation when it came out. He said a lot of this 12 years ago, and we had a conversation because I was on 14th Street in Atlanta, right by the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was driving down the street with my granddad in the car, and I saw Cat Williams going across the street on 14th Street, and I said, "Cat, what's up?" Whatever. I just wanted to make sure we was good. He said, "Come over and have a cup of coffee with me," because he was walking over to Starbucks, and I went over. And he went in there and got the coffee. We was chopping it up or whatever. Just didn't even really talk about the issue or whatever. I said, "Hey man, I want you to come out and say hello to my granddad. My granddad is a fan." He came out to the truck. I'll never forget, I was in my Ford F-150 and I came out and spoke to my granddad. He hugged my granddad and wished him well. My granddad was like, "Keep doing what you're doing, young man." My granddad was living at the time. And it was just me and my granddaddy in the truck. And we dapped it up, and that was it. I mean, that was it. And I thought that we were good. I didn't know that we had any issues. And if there are any issues, or if there's anything that I've done, not only to Cat Williams, to anybody, I apologize. And I'm not perfect. I made mistakes, but I did. That's just the honest to God truth. And I did audition for what I auditioned for, and I'm glad that the producers made that decision. And let me address all of the things with Gary. You can help me out with this, because comedy greats like Flip Wilson played Geraldine, Richard Pryor played some roles on his show, Jamie Foxx played Wanda, Martin played Shanae. I did Bernice Jenkins, Tyler Perry did Madea. There's a lot of comics and a lot of comedy greats that did characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it, that has nothing to do with my manhood being lessened for trying to play a role and trying to put food on the table for my family. Because
it's a prop. It's nothing more than a prop. It's nothing more than a way to get a laugh. I mean, back in Shakespeare's time, there were no females playing females' role. Every female role was played by a man. It's just part of it's part of an art form. It's part of what makes it funny. You bring the funny to it. I wish that I'm sure you remember. People don't know about this. The pilot that you shot for the Kings of Comedy TV show, Bernice Jenkins had a whole sketch with Madea.
Yeah,
People
I did
don't
a
even
sketch
know
with my dear Me Earthquake, Tyler Perry, Niecy Nash. We did a thing called The Pew. It's supposed to be like The View, but it was a church-based version of The View, and it was just comedy great to see Bernice Jenkins, the character, and Medea. And I started off doing Bernice Jenkins doing prank phone calls on the Buck Wild Morning Show in Birmingham, which spinned into, hey, I think you should do a character. This would be a great character for this role. So we were all in our 30s, late 20s, doing what we had to do in order to be successful. Now that we are older, I'm comfortable in my job in radio. I'm comfortable in the roles that I get and the things that I get to do. And I just finished a phenomenal comedy special. So the statement about Rickey Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since '97.
That part.
Every single show I have done since '97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows in comedy clubs. And between radio and all of that and raising a family, I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel. And that's why I'm not gonna, go after him, because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also, and it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So we want to wish Cat Williams the best or whatever. It ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about 20 years, and I end up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug him. And we text each other all day on Christmas Day. It feel like we trying to make up for lost time. Two talented people that actually love each other. And Special K, Cat Williams got some comedy dates coming up. He's going to be in Birmingham. Cat Williams is coming to Huntsville. I want y'all to go out and support him. I want y'all to pack those damn theaters and show nothing but